Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me here today on this video. So in this video I'm going to share with you my update and weight health results for the month of December 2023. So if you're ready, let's dive straight in. So December was another good month for me, and there was lots and lots of positives throughout the month which gave me a good result, which I'm going to share with you right at the very end. So do stay watching with me, guys. So I'm going to start off with my food and share with you a few things that really worked well for me in the month of December. So December, the shops are just absolutely full of treats and goodies and really exciting and enticing foods that we wouldn't normally have, or we do have, but it's presented differently. So it was very tempting, and I'm human and I was tempted. I was really tempted, but I'd made the commitment to myself that I wasn't going to buy any Christmas food in early, because in previous years I would start buying them from September, October, November, and come Christmas I was probably having to restock about 3 or 4 times, and I was determined I'm not doing that. That is the past. That was, you know, the old version of me. I'm on a new trajectory. I'm not doing that. So I was able to stick to that very firmly, and I would go shopping, I would see the food, and I would just ignore it. And what really helped me with that was reminding myself who was promoting Christmas. Thinking of the man who was promoting Christmas with all its food and its drinks and all of this, you know, excess, and that was Father Christmas. And I would think of him as I'm going down those aisles, as I'm passing all that food. I'd be thinking in my head of this man with very big rosy cheeks and this very large lockdown belly. A very large belly, and a very overweight man. And I would look at that and I would remind myself, and I'd think, that's where I've come from, and I'm not going back there. I'm not going to be looking like him. And every time I went down those aisles and I thought about that, it just put me off completely. I thought, no, I'm not picking up those boxes of chocolates or the biscuits or this. I'm not doing that, because I don't want to end up looking like him again. So that, having that mental image in my mind, really helped me steer clear of all the treats and the snacks and all of those foods over Christmas. I did go shopping and I did buy some things, and I will tell you about them in a few moments. But I did go in the last week of December. I did go shopping, and I went and I stocked my own cupboards. But I also bought those chocolates and treats and those cookies for family and friends, and not too much, because I was like, if it's not good enough for me, I'm not going to inflict that on anybody. But just the odd box of biscuits for my friend, and a box of chocolate for my family as well. So just really kept those things really limited. And interestingly, when I did my shop, and you will see, I will link the video below, I did a shop for me. And the next morning, I was kind of like, Angela, what are you doing? What are you doing? There was bottles of booze and all of these. And I just thought, that was the old me. That was Angela in the past. And it was those foods that had made me ill, made me sick, and had made me gain so much weight. And I just thought, I'm not going back there. I'm not going back there. So you know what I did? The next morning, I fished out the receipt and I took a load of stuff back. I just took a load of foods back to Tesco's where I bought them from and got a refund. Because I just thought, no, I'm not doing it to myself. And I kind of thought about it as, I don't drink, I don't smoke. So why would I smoke just because it's Christmas? Why would I do something that I don't normally do just because it's Christmas? And when I looked at it that way, I just thought, no, it's not going to serve me. So I took it back. I took a load of stuff back. And I was really happy with what I kept. And the other thing is because I was having Christmas over at my family, so there was no need for me to stockpile food, because you know what it's like. If it's in the house, it's going to get eaten. And if it gets eaten, it's not serving me any good. So I was really, really, really pleased with my decision. And it really showed me how far I'd come in my mindset. Although I did have that little wobble when it came to buying it in the first place, but I caught myself and took a lot of it back. So I was really pleased that I was able to do that. So other than that, for the rest of the month, my intermittent fasting lifestyle has really been supporting me. And apart from over the festive period where I was eating out with family and friends, and I was having Christmas dinner at my family, other than that, I've followed my intermittent fasting lifestyle, because it is, honestly, I don't even have to think about it now. It is such a lifestyle for me. And what I've noticed was, and I will drop another video below about this, what I've noticed is that it's become such a practice for me. It's become such a lifestyle. The same way that I get up in the morning, I brush my teeth. Intermittent fasting is just such a lifestyle that my body has just so well adjusted to it. And I found myself on several days not eating until late afternoon, and even then having to force myself to eat. And that was because I just was not hungry, wasn't hungry at all. And my body was now using and was running on all the fat that I had previously stored. And it was using that as energy. And it also taught me that it's a mindset. Hunger is often up for me, often around the mindset and in the mind, because when I looked at the clock and it was like 1 o'clock, I wasn't hungry, and my stomach certainly wasn't hungry. And what I'd realised was that it was my mind that was telling me, oh, it's 12 o'clock, you need to eat, it's 1 o'clock, you need to eat. So yeah, I really tuned into that a bit more in the month of December. And because I was busier, I was running up and down and doing various things in preparation for Christmas, really stopped and listened to those hunger cues and realised, actually, Angela, you're not hungry at all. You're not hungry at all. You were eating by the clock. But I eventually did eat, because for me, food isn't just about niceties. It's also about nutrition and fueling my body with the right type of nutrition. So I did end up eating on those days. But what I found is that because I wasn't hungry, I'm eating so much less food. And if you've ever seen any of my earlier what I eat in a day videos, I would often put at 3 meals for the day and have those. But in December, I was just finding 2 meals a day was more than enough for me. And interestingly, for the month going forward into the new year, I'm not saying I'm going to do it in right now, but I'd like to just experiment and see if I can push my body to just one meal a day, because there's different types of intermittent fasting. And what I'm doing, eating between a certain window, is one type of fasting. There's other types, such as having one meal a day, or eating on an alternate day. So I'm going to experiment with that. Now, I am putting out a disclaimer right here and now, is that you need to find what works for you. And intermittent fasting may not work for you, yeah? And the patterns that I follow may not be right for you. So if you want to do any type of fasting, do talk to your medical professionals. So intermittent fasting is still working really, really well for me, and it's having that knock-on effect. Because I'm not eating late in the day, my sleep is so good. Oh my days, last night I put my head on the pillow and I didn't shift until 8 o'clock this morning. My sleep is... Now, I'm not saying it is down to intermittent fasting, but what I know is that over the years, I know that for me, I can't sleep on a full stomach. I can't sleep after I've eaten or within a few hours of eating. My body just can't deal with that. And some people can, some people can't sleep on an empty stomach, some people can. We're all different. Find what works for you. But for me, I can't I can't sleep on a full belly or after I've eaten. So having my cut-off point as 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock at the absolute latest means that by the time I'm going to bed at 10, 11 o'clock, my food is already digested, and that for me is working brilliantly. The only times I've woken up this month is when I'm in pain. I suffer with arthritis, and the pain in my hands and my feet, and also I've got bursitis in my hips, have been really bad on a couple of nights, and that's the only thing that keeps me awake. But other than that, my sleep is really, really good, which then has that knock-on effect, because I then wake up in the morning and I'm full of energy. Not like back in the day where I used to eat late and I woke up and I felt sluggish. That doesn't happen for me anymore, because I'm going on and sleeping on an empty stomach. When I listen to the science and I listen to medical professionals such as Jason Fung, Dr. Jason Fung, Dr. Minzy Peltz, and Dr. Sarah Berry, and people around for example, on the Zoe podcast, and I listen to all of these different medical professionals, and they're sharing the science, you know, it makes me realize actually my body is working at its optimal when I have those fasting periods. My body can clean itself up, all that medical stuff that's going on, all that science that's going on in my body, and that's why I'm waking up and I'm feeling amazing. I feel really full of energy. So I know that for me, intermittent fasting is absolutely working. It's making a huge difference. It also means that my evening snacking, what's that? What is snacking in the evening? There's none of that for me. None of that, because of following an intermittent fasting lifestyle. What else is going well? So because in the month of October and November, I took a lot of time and I batch cooked loads of meals, and I had them stacked up in my freezer. If you've not seen my freezer tour, feel free to check that out. I will drop a link below, and you can see the meals that I've got left. So I batch cooked a load, got them in the freezer, and in the month of December, what I would do, I would just take whatever I fancied out, let it defrost, and then when I got home or when I was ready, it was just there ready to warm up. And that really supported me. It just meant that I didn't have to spend time in the kitchen cooking, because I had those meals ready. It also meant that I wasn't eating fast food or, you know, just eating on the hop. I had a good quality, nutritious base for a meal already. So that worked really, really well for me. Just freed up a lot of time for me to spend on all those activities around Christmas. Just nipping back to my sleep, one of the other things that is making a big difference to my sleep is my electric blanket. Oh my days, why did nobody tell me how amazing an electric blanket is? Oh my days, I bought me an electric blanket off Amazon. I will drop a link in the comment section below. And I think one of the things that kind of put me off an electric blanket was thinking that there was electricity running through it and how safe it was. Wow, I needn't to be worried. Oh my days. Oh my days. Seriously, it is just the best. The best. I love it. My only problem is sometimes I find it hard to actually get out of bed. It is just so warm, and that really soothes my body and really just makes a massive difference to my sleep. So I will drop a link below and you can check it out on Amazon if you so wish. But yeah, that has really helped me with my sleep. And for Christmas, I asked my family to get me an electric blanket for downstairs, and what they got me was really, really clever. I'll just show you guys. So guys, my family got me this. First of all, this is off Amazon. I have to say, it just feels amazing. It really is. So you can spread it out like a blanket, but the idea is you put it on. It's like a cape, and it's got a zip. So you can zip it up. So I'll just show you. And this is just brilliant because when I'm sitting watching TV or when I'm working, I can keep really warm. So it goes on like this. Okay. But the great thing about this, guys, this is ingenious. It's got an inner pocket. There you go. It's got this inside pocket, and what you do, it's like a little secret pocket. It's got a USB plug. So what you do is you get your battery pack, your battery charger, and you just plug it in like this. You switch it in. Okay. So it's all connected. You put the battery pack into your little pocket, and oh my goodness, straight away I could feel the heat around my neck and my shoulders. Oh my days. It's just absolutely, oh my day, it's just wonderful. So this is just brilliant for when I'm walking around the house, when I'm sat working, even if I nip outside to put the bins out, it's going to keep me nice and warm because the electric pads are running around the collar. It's just absolutely wonderful, absolutely wonderful. So yeah, this, I'm going to keep it on, guys. I'm going to keep it on. So this was a gift, and I love it, absolutely love it. The month of December also meant that I was able to get lots of rest because, you know, like in the run up to Christmas, it can get really busy. But I decided, you know, I'm not pandering to that. I'm not going to get too involved. So I set out all the programs that I wanted to watch, and I, you know, got my house all really nice, and I would just settle down and watch a little bit of TV now, which is a bit unusual for me because I'm not one to watch a huge amount of TV, but I just decided, you know what, I'm going to really slow it down this Christmas. And in true fashion, as soon as I started slowing it down, came out with a cold. Yeah, so but I really took the time to look after me. I bought me some beauty products, some bath soaps. You know I love me Molten Brown. Bought me some new Molten Brown, bath oils, all sorts of things, and I really indulged myself in having some hot long soaks in the bath. in the evening, early evening, and then we just settle down to watch TV and just to relax. And that really helped me on in the month of December. My mindset, again, is really, really good. I've been listening, as usual, to loads and loads and loads of podcasts. I decided that I'm going to listen to The Shift. It's a book called The Shift. It's by Dr. Gary Foster, and he is the Chief Scientific Officer at WEIGHTWATCHERS, and he's got an absolutely fantastic, cracking book out called The Shift. I've listened to it 4 times, and I'm listening to it again, and there's just so much to glean from it. Oh my days. And it's all about shifting the mindset, because he just reminds us that if our mindset is right, we're going to achieve our goals, whatever that goal is. So absolutely wonderful book. So I'm listening to that again for the 5th time. I'm also listening to podcasts, and this is a strange one, about cults. Yeah, it's a strange one, but oh my goodness, just so fascinating. So I'm really enjoying listening to that. And I'm also listening, and you know what, that's the thing. I might have 3 or 4 podcasts all on the go, because at different times of the day, depending what I'm doing, I want to tune into something different. So I do listen to different ones all at the same time. Do you know what I mean? So in the morning, I might listen to something about cults, and then at lunchtime, when I'm cooking, I might listen to something about the weight loss journey, and in the evening, I might listen to, a funny story, that sort of thing. I'm also listening to lots and lots of podcasts around intermittent fasting. I'm absolutely absorbing so much content from Dr. Jason Fung and also Dr. Minzy Peltz. And Dr. Minzy Peltz has a podcast and a book called Fast Like a Girl, and I'm listening to that at the moment. Absolutely fantastic. So I've also been tapping into the Weight Watchers community, jumping on lots of virtuals at least once a day. On most days, I'd say most days in the month of December, jumping on, listening, being with the community, getting some of those tips. And that's been really, really helping me. My activity is not good. I'm still not back at the gym. And I have looked at doing activity on, say YouTube and things like that. But for me, I just like being in that gym environment, and getting out for walks. That's not a great strength of mine. So I'm going to look at getting back with a personal trainer in the new year, and that's going to get me restarted back in the gym. I'm going to look to do that, and yeah, I really need to work on that, because I find that I'm not as, when I was working out regularly in the gym in the summer, oh my goodness, I felt incredible. My body was so strong. I was building muscle. My body was toned and tight. And now I feel like jelly on the plate. Yeah, I feel like jelly on the plate. So I really want to get back into a routine and build that habit. What threw me off the habit was I had an injury, and I took some time out to recover, and then that was it. It just went downhill from then. So I really need to get back onto that. So guys, that is my summary of the month of December. So I'm going to share with you my results. So my results is this. On the whole, I'm really pleased with how the month went. I was committed to my journey, committed to intermittent fasting, which is really helping me on my journey, and still very committed to Weight Watchers. I'm still not tracking, although I have used the barcode scanner, and I've been scanning different types of food, just to make sure I know what the points values are. Still attending lots of virtuals, still connecting with the app and always on Connect. So in that respect, I am still very much on my Weight Watchers journey. I'm just not choosing to track. Whether or not I'll continue with that, I don't know. But at the moment, I'm really happy with what I'm doing. I've built on I've tracked for the 4.5 years. I know a lot about my body. I know what works for me. I really understand my portion sizes that work for me. And I'm just riding off the crest of that knowledge. And that is what's helped me to ditch the burden. And I'll be honest, tracking for me was a burden. I don't like doing it, didn't like doing it. And I was like, no. And I know that lots of people like tracking, they love tracking, and they feel that they can't lose weight without tracking. And if that works for you, go for it. Go for what works for you. But for me, no. Very restrictive. For me, tracking was a good habit when I started, but eventually it became a habit that was hindering me and my progress. So I ditched that back in the summer, and yeah, I'm doing really well without tracking. So yeah, feeling very good about where I am on my journey and the progress that I'm making. As I said, my body doesn't feel as tight or as toned as it did back in the summer because I'm not working out, and I need to find a way to get my activity back in. I took my measurements and no surprises there. I stayed the same. There's been no loss in terms of the inches, and I certainly haven't increased in size, absolutely not. So yeah, happy with that. Although I am noticing, like, let me just stand back and show you. So these leggings are joggers, they're not leggings. These joggers that I bought them in the summer, and they are skinny joggers, and I bought them from Primark, and they're a skinny fit, and I bought them, and when I got them, they proper were skinny on me. They were proper skinny. They were like drain pipes on me. But now they are, the ones that I've just shown you, they are a 10. They are the small, they are the 10, and they fit, but they don't feel baggy anymore. And my ones that are the medium, which is the 14, they're just like proper baggy. I had a pair on yesterday and I was like, these feel proper baggy. They are no longer skinny. So I really wish I had taken measurements in different parts of my body, like my arms, my thighs, around my knees, my calf. I really wish I'd taken those, because when I say my measurements haven't changed, that is around my bust, my waist and my hips. Those are the 3 areas that I measure. So whilst that hasn't changed, I know that I have lost inches around my thighs and around my knees. And somebody said to me, oh my God, your arms are really skinny now. Yeah. And when I say skinny, I'm not talking like a skinny. They're referring to how I used to be. They knew me at my absolute biggest. So in the world of skinny, I'm not a waif, but I'm a lot smaller than I used to be, and that's when they are referring to me as skinny. Whereas if you didn't know me and you saw me, you'd probably think, oh, you know, she's still got, like, she could do with losing a couple of stone, yeah? But if you knew me before, you'd see the difference. So yeah, so I wish I'd have taken that, but that's something I'm going to do in the new year, is look at those in more measures for looking at for that inch loss. Mindset is good as well. Again, really strong. But I know, guys, I know you're waiting for the scale results. So now, let me tell you a little story. So yesterday, which was the 30th of December, I jumped on the scale and I wanted to see what my results were. And I jumped on the scale and the scale told me yesterday I had lost, wait for it, 8.5 pounds. I know. The scales told me I had lost 8.5 pounds in the month of December. And I didn't believe it. I was like, I know intermittent fasting works for me. I know the Weight Watchers plan worked for me. And I know that the combination of those two for me is dynamic. But 8.5 pounds in December? So I didn't quite believe it. And the reason I didn't quite believe it is I know that in a month, I've not ever lost that much amount. I've lost 16 pounds in 9 weeks when I started, you know, my journey with my new epiphany in last year. But that was to be expected because that was, you know, I'd been yo-yoing up and down for some time. But to go from doing what I'm doing now, I just thought that's not right. That's not right. So I thought I'm not going to get too excited because you know what? You know your body, don't you? You know your body. And I know I would feel it if I had lost 8.5 pounds. I would definitely feel it. And I knew I hadn't lost that. So I thought, don't get too excited. So I thought, I'm going to weigh again today. So I jumped on the scales this morning and I'd lost 2.5 pounds for the month of December. And I was like, yes, that sounds much more reasonable. That is much more realistic. It's in line with how my body feels. It's in line with the work that I've put in. It's expected to have lost 2.5. So I have taken it that it's 2.5 pounds that I've lost in December. And I am really, really, really pleased with that. So yeah, 2.5 pounds off. So that now brings me to 114 pounds off in total. So 8 stone 4 pounds I've lost in total. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased with my overall progress for the month of December. So guys, I'd love to know, how was your December? What was the highlight for you in December in regards to your health and wellness journey? What things are you excited about? How did it go? What things came to trip you up? Did Christmas trip you up, or did you find a way over it? I'd love to know. Feel free to drop a comment in the comment section below and do let me know. So guys, thank you so much for being here with me. I'm going to do another video and do look out for it because I'm going to sum up the year in total. I'm going to do a review of my entire year. And then I'm also going to do another video which is going to be setting some intentions for the new year. And I hope that it will give you some ideas for maybe setting some intentions yourself for the new year. So do feel free to look out for those videos. Feel free, guys, if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell, and also like this video because it just means that, you know, YouTube recognizes that it's been enjoyed and it'll share it to other people. And also feel free to share it too. And guys, I really want to grow this channel in 2024, and I really thank you for being here and supporting me on my journey, and I would really, really love to support you. I've got something super, super, super exciting in 2024. I'm so excited about this. I'm super excited and I'm planning it. But to deliver on that, I need to get my watch time up to 4,000 hours. So guys, if you could do me a massive favour, I would so appreciate it. If you are subscribed on this video or any future video, please drop a comment in the comment box below and just let other people know that you are subscribed. Just write, I subscribed, or I am subscribed. Just pop that in, because when other people see it, they think, oh, there must be something good about this. I'll subscribe too. So that's going to get my subscriber count up. But also, if you could watch the video right to the end, or even if you can't watch right to the end, if you could just let it run, let the video run right to the end, that just helps to build my watch time. And if you could do that on every video that you watch, that would help me out enormously. And as we get closer to 4,000 hours, and I've only got till May to be able to get my 4,000 hours, so I'm going to be pumping out a lot of content, and I hope the content is going to be valuable to you. As we get closer to that 4,000 hours, around March is going to be the earliest time I can let you in to the secret of what I'm going to be doing. But honestly, it's going to be so good. It is going to be so good, and I'm going to be running it right here on YouTube. So yeah, just keep tuned guys, and I'll keep you posted. But this moment in time, can't tell you what it is, but I promise you it's going to be really good, because I know a lot of you want my support, and I've got something in mind to really give you that extra support that you need. So guys, thank you so much for being here, and it is New Year's Eve, so I want to wish you a very happy New Year in 2024. Take care guys, and I'll see you very soon.